MVP if this game goes on longer, because if Flight just goes for full frontal sec right now, which is actually not going to do, just going to fly back with his entire fleet right here to pick up a couple of vultures that just fly away to safety. Oh god, if this game ends without a massive battlecruiser on battlecruiser battle, I am going to be extremely disappointed. Like, really disappointed. Just going to be bad. My disappointment shall be heard across the world. Something along those lines, basically. Let's see here. Inside 3 o'clock position still not being contested by anybody, and the Light, I don't know, he's just still feel that his overall force seems to be better. His mining seems to have gone on for longer. He's overall has more backup. He doesn't have as many tanks on the ground from what I see. Some more EMPs getting off, although he sacrificed both of his science vessels for that. And yeah, just I don't see any engagements coming in here. The MVP's fleet is larger, but Light has a significantly larger amount of ground forces to help him out. Tanks are at the front. One battlecruiser just going to try to go out at the front and just get a Yamato gun off. Kablam! Tank goes away. And actually very good strategy just to have a couple at the front. Some more Yamato guns coming off. Yamato gun at the science cells before it managed to do anything. Did not see any MP actually come off there for MVP. Light just seems like a game of cat and mouse with both players switching roles between cat and mouse. The only really move that's gone on late was MVP's Vulture Assaulters low left in position, which doesn't even seem like it's been resaturated by Light, actually. He just seems to be going on the offensive here, going across this high ground instead of the main. I don't think this is the best idea because this doesn't allow him to utilize his ground force, although this might just be to lure the battlecruisers away towards this location. There are some Goliaths there to help him fight against those. Finally now gonna fly back. Might lose one of his commands or battlecruisers as he does so. Actually, Yamato guns one of the Goliaths as he flies away. Still has a bunch of tanks and Goliaths here on the ground to engage some tanks across the field. Just doesn't go and engage in the air as well because the battlecruiser force. Goliath online. Yes, let's see. Huge battlecruiser armies. Two to three? Yeah, 2 control groups of battlecruisers. Just finally getting some bunch of Goliaths out there as well. And just a massive amount of minerals for both players and gas, much more than they really can do anything with, and don't really have much in the way of intake, as you can see. They just have a huge bank, well, a decent bank, which helps them build a little bit of something, but don't really have much of anything. Both completely maxed out, and yeah, just at this point again, that's the thing. One player is going to lose a bunch, both players are going to lose a bunch, and one of them are going to rebuild it. Not Light going to get some tanks in there. Oh, some Yamato guns to react as well to do some damage. So yeah, basically every time one of you loses guys, whoever can continue, building more up, I guess. Let's see, armor 2, weapons 3. So the tanks are huge upgrade. They're going to move across the fields and blast on the ground as well against those battle cruisers. Is there finally going to be a battle here? Going to be an EMP coming off as well on some of those Goliaths as well. Goliaths, battle cruiser engaging battle cruiser. Both sides of the Light seems to be pulling back. It does have some Goliaths coming in to help him support, but seems to be losing some. MVP just has that massive force of battle cruisers, and Light does look in trouble now. Getting some science vessels out there and replenishing his battle cruiser number, I assume. And we're getting this close with the face, like da-da-da-dum. Dramatic turn of events. Only weapons 1, armor 1 upgrade on those Goliaths for MVP, but still they're a boon to have on the ground. Those Goliaths of Light's mind are going to come in and mop those up, but are finally going to be seeing some battles. Commands are being repaired like crazy as those Goliaths come in to try to do some damage. Light just retreating back with his battlecruisers getting EMP'd and those spotted. It doesn't even seem like he's repairing those. Finally going to lose that inside 9 o'clock position. And any mining going on at this point seems insignificant. Just gonna who beats who quicker, kinda. Whoever loses his entire army, and if their opponent still has his entire army after you lose their entire army, that's it. If that makes any sense. That's generally the way it goes. I have an army, you don't. Guess who wins? But it doesn't look like it's gonna come down to I pick off your base, haha, I win. Does seem like whoever ends up the game with either no resources to replenish his numbers, which doesn't really feel like anyone right now, or doesn't have any buildings, any production buildings. So going for the production buildings could be it, but God, I sometimes usually just don't have anything to say. I should have gone for a casual commentary or something, just gone out, have a nice cup of tea, some bagels or something. I don't know. Not a big of a bagel man, but I'll eat a bagel just for you guys. I'll eat a bagel. I'm gonna work on my first video review, pseudo video review of anything. There's gotta be little casual things, you know. I'm not gonna be too serious about my video review thing because trying to do like serious, awesome reviews takes time and effort. And you know, I already put a lot of time and effort in StarCraft and Let's Plays, and you know, I can't add another thing to put time and effort into. I almost have no free time, which I don't spend on this crap. I gotta give up like half of my hobbies. Just stop watching TV or just something. Yeah. Not sacrificing anime. I was called an anime fag the other day by one of my subscribers, and I'm not an anime fag. I'm just a geek. I'm an overall geek. I like video games. I like anime. I like TV shows. I like tabletop role-playing games, which I don't play much of at all, but I enjoy them nonetheless if I ever get the chance to play them. Like if there's geek, you know, I might not be like a Trekkie. Star Trek, not one of my favorites, but, you know, Star Wars, come on, who doesn't like Star Wars? So overall, I'm a geek. If it applies to geeks, 9 out of 10 it'll apply to me, so don't worry, guys. So, yeah, I don't take being called an anime fag an insult. I actually just chuckle at it and just, yeah, grin, try to find a proper response, but I couldn't find one. I'm Japan animationally challenged. Does that make any sense? So let's see, Light finally moving across the map north again. Does finally look like he's going to actually do something. And MVP, meanwhile, moving southward across the bridge of all things. No mines. But both players finally seem to just go across each other and just counterattack and just do as much damage as they can. We're going to see whether Light actually has anything on the ground to do much of anything. Seems like he's producing some Goliaths, but I think he has most of his forces here at the north side. Finally going to go for the production buildings. Hello, factories. Goodbye, factories. It does have all these Goliaths there at the north as well, so he's actually not going to have anything to defend at the south. Neither player seems to have anything to defend at the south, so it does look like it's just going to go into an elimination fight. And now we see first presumed MVPs spotting anything finally amongst those buildings at the front. Misclick. Misclick. But yeah, even the pros misclick sometimes. Just flying all over the place, killing as much as he can. Now we finally see the first presumed Light. And, yeah, he's just already starting to plant supply depots across the map just to hide them because he knows it's a, you know, battle like that. And both players, interesting enough, using the option to play as teal against red. Control tower actually researching something, of all things, in the low left-hand position. Wondering whether he's actually going to try to go for cloaked wraiths this late in the game. No idea whether that's going to happen. Let's get spotted out. Oh! I'm not sure if it finished. Don't think it finished. I think he actually canceled it right there because as soon as MVP had that, he was on that like like hungry wolves on a raw steak. So yeah, both players just trying to eliminate each other, shooting stuff all over the place. But it's so easy to plant a building somewhere, supply depot, a turret, you know, somewhere that it won't get found out, and then it's just come down to who's you know being very persistent at the 12 o'clock position. Supply depot being planted here at the upper right hand position as the refinery gets picked off. And MVP just going to try to pick up everything in the main of Lights and then just continue on. So at this point, it's just all down to forces. Also, an engineer now being put down by Light. It gives him the edge of being able to float it around, I guess. Yamato guns. They sound like lasers. Lasers. Bunch of those to attack the turrets. Actually blockading supply depots at the front. Just the Dragon forces can't get to it. Just to force those battlecruisers to engage the turrets. But the turrets not being too big of a trouble, I guess. Oh, God. Light has pretty much decimated the main. He's decimated most of everything that MVP has. And it's except that supply depot there at the corner. Actually, no. The supply depot that he's himself building. So he's building supply depots all over the place. So Light has done more damage right now. And MVP, it's taking him a significantly long time to pick off the low right because there's so much stuff that Light has that MVP simply does not have the time. He took him longer. By the time Light was already killing all of his stuff, he hadn't gotten there yet. Does get an MVP on EMP on Light's supply science also, so he can't get EMP'd himself. Goliath's gonna engage. Finally, we're gonna see some battle here. Goliath against Goliath. Battlecruiser against Battlecruiser. Huge battle here. If MVP manages to pick off all those Battlecruisers, he might still get into the game. Yanagon's gonna come all across. MVP doesn't seem to have a superior fleet. A huge amount of Battlecruisers flying all over the place. shooting everything across everything. Light can engage everything. MVP doesn't even have a superior fleet. Is he going to be able to take this off? No EMPs to come off all over the place, but battle cruisers still to be flying. Some Goliaths coming from the back from Light. Is he going to be able to win this, or is MP going to take this with battle cruisers really coming in at the right time? And Light does seem to have a superior number of Goliaths. It might just be the last thing. There are supply depots to repairing the battle cruiser, but yeah, no, MVP going to lose his last amount of forces, and GG. Right after a scary part in the middle, does win this. And God, pretty much what I said. 10, 20 minutes of nothing, then just elimination, and then one huge battle, which unfortunately MVP did not manage to win. Those fully upgraded Goliaths and fully upgraded Goliaths definitely coming in handy. But anyway, that's going to be it. I am exhausted, and I need a beverage. So GG guys, wrenching up this listening. Hope you enjoyed. Oh boy.